How would you like to save more money? Money? Why would I want more money? I really enjoy the challenges that come with being entirely broke. How would you like more time to spend on the things that you actually want to do? What do you mean more time? I'm an excellent time manager. Look at me. Caffeine all day long. And how would you like to have more energy? Energy? What is that? How can we get more money, time, and energy? I've got the answer right here. Minimalism. As I shared with you recently in my Capsule Kitchen video, minimalism has really changed my life. If you want to put the concept simply put, and if you ask several people, they'll probably all give you a slightly different definition, but simply put, it is spending your time, money, and energy on the things that bring you value and eliminating or drastically reducing the rest. So what are you left with? The stuff you love, the stuff you need, the stuff you value. Or it doesn't always apply to things. It applies to everything. I apply minimalism to my finances. I apply minimalism to my relationships. I apply it obviously to the things in my home. There's so many ways that minimalism can be applied and make your life better. I like to use eliminate or drastically reduce because I'm not an all or nothing kind of person. So if you've heard some more rigid guidelines of what you think minimalism is, it's not. It totally can be whatever you want to make it. There's no rules. There's no, you are a minimalist if you do this. None of that. It's very loose and it's very applicable to how to make your life the best it can be in the way that works for you. Again, the idea is to eliminate or greatly reduce the things that don't matter to you. Why do you want that stuff in your life anyway? Let's talk about money first. How does becoming a minimalist or practicing minimalism put more money in your wallet? Suddenly, when you are directing your finances and your budget in a way that supports what you value, you suddenly realize all the things that you don't need anymore. When you start to narrow down the things that actually matter to you and you actually value, those quick thrills kind of melt away. You don't need a quick hit of fast fashion, or you don't need the latest gadget, because you end up being content Mr. Hannum's having a sneezing fit, with what you already have. And you end up loving what you already have because it's the things that matter most. Combing through your budget and eliminating or drastically reducing the things that you don't need is going to be a game changer for your financial future if you are only spending money on the things you value and not wasting them on things that maybe you just buy out of habit. Maybe you buy out of like a quick need for something new and to make us feel fulfilled. Being content with what you already have and minimizing spending on things that in the end don't actually bring you joy, that are not actually useful, will change your life. While I'm talking about money, I'm gonna add the added bonus of when you declutter your home and get rid of the things that are not useful, the things you don't love. Imagine if you did that, if you did a real, clear, focused declutter in your home, every room of your house, and you only had the things at the end that really made you feel excited or was a pleasure to look at or you really valued. When I moved into my new house, that was a really huge goal of mine. And I feel like I have done a really good job of sticking with that. As you saw in my capsule kitchen, I don't really have things that I don't need or use anymore for the most part. and I'm trying to apply that all over the house. What a pleasure it is to open my closet and find only clothes that I actually want to wear. What a joy it is to open a drawer and not have things fly out like a clown car where stuff just keeps coming out. It is so nice to be able to close it smoothly, to be able to open closets and things not fall out on me. It is such a switch, and if that is something you struggle with, I have a bunch of decluttering videos down below. I'll leave a few in the description so you can check those out to get a little inspiration, because that's a big thing. And then again, once you know what's in your home, you're not gonna buy duplicates of things. You're like, oh, I think I had one of those, but I don't really know where it is. And then you buy it again. Or you're shoving your closets and your drawers full of things that actually you're not even gonna look at for weeks, months, years on end. Imagine what it would feel like for that to all be gone. And every time you step out of bed and you look around your room, it's just clean, crisp, like a hotel room. Luxurious in a way, really, when you have clean sheets and nothing on the floor, and your bedside table's not filled with things knocking it over in the middle of the night if you try to reach for a tissue or for your remote control. When things are made simply in your house, they're placed simply, and there's room for things, life is less cluttered, your mind is a lot less cluttered. There's a lot of benefits to decluttering your home and having that feeling of peace visually and inside too. I could go on for days about the money part of this. If you want me to do more videos on how I practice financial minimalism, let me know in the comments. I would be happy to. But for now, let's move on to how it saves you time. If you adopt a much simpler wardrobe, you're gonna spend a lot less time on taking care of clothing. You're gonna spend a lot less time on picking out what you're gonna wear. When everything in your closet is what you love to wear, you look good and you feel good in, you're not gonna spend all that time contemplating, oh, well, this doesn't match with this, and oh, I don't really feel that good in that, I'm not gonna wear that. You try it on, you're like, oh, my love handles are showing, this doesn't work. Why do I even have this in my closet? If you take the time to go through all that and get rid of the stuff that's not flattering, get rid of the stuff you don't feel good in. Don't keep the stuff that someday I'll fit in. Don't keep the stuff that maybe there'll be an occasion I'll wear that to one time. If you're not really making good use of it, get rid of it, donate it. The other way it saves you time is you're not spending as much time cleaning. If you don't have 8,000 knickknacks on a table that you have to dust individually, if you don't have 7,000 throw pillows on your bed that you arrange neatly and at night have to take 1, 2, 3, 7,000 off at night, why do we do these things to ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have so many things? Unless it brings you joy and unless it really makes you feel good, then of course keep those things. It's not about getting rid of what I think is a waste of your time. It's about what you can implement that will save your time and eventually save your energy, which I'm about to get into. If your kitchen table is filled with stuff, piles of papers and books and mail and pots and pans and who knows what, and it's dinner time, how much time is that going to take you to move your piles so you can sit down and have your meal? You guys see where I'm going with this, right? The less clutter, the less things in your home or in your life that don't add value and waste your time, when you suddenly realize these things and you eliminate or drastically reduce them, you're gonna have all this time that you can never find. You know you want more time to read a book. You know you want more time to take a bath and sit in those bubbles and listen to music. You know you want more time with your kids. You want more time with a friend. You want more time with your partner. but the days go by so quick and there's no time. Minimalism will help you claim that time back if you're strategic about it and it becomes a habit. Again, I could go on for eternity, so if you want more about the time part and how minimalism will benefit your time and your scheduling, let me know. I can go on more in another video. What about energy? Decision fatigue is a very real thing, my friends. Decision fatigue is what happens when you have too many decisions to make that you just poop out in the middle of it. Like you're done. You are exhausted. You don't want to make any more decisions. If you're a human being, you have decisions you are facing minute after minute, hour after hour, and we just want to be like, enough is enough. Let's just put it on autopilot and get it rolling. But minimalism really can help you with that because, again, let's go back to the clothing, for example. Many famous people have adopted kind of like a uniform, if you will, to cut down on the decision fatigue so that they can spend more time on the big decisions. Not what they're gonna wear that morning, not what they're gonna eat for lunch. Some people eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all week again, so they don't have to think about it. That might not be the way you wanna do things, but just think about all the decisions you make. So say you had a capsule wardrobe. You open the door, you're like, okay, these black pants, this shirt, these shoes, boom. And you know it looks good on you because you've already evaluated. You know it's gonna fit, you've already tried it on, and it all matches because you've already thought this out. There's many videos on how to get a capsule wardrobe that's functional. Just type it into the YouTube search. I don't have a video like that yet, but there's endless, okay? And then look at my capsule kitchen video. That makes my decision making for food way easier. Taking care of all the items in your house, maintaining them, cleaning them, all that stuff takes a lot of energy, you guys. And we already have enough on our plate, don't we? When I think about all the responsibilities I have during the day, and then I think about how minimalism has helped me clean that up, narrow it down, and again, focus on only the things that I actually want to spend my energy on, it blows my mind. Energy. When I moved out of my apartment and moved into this house, do you know how many hours I spent decluttering, donating boxes and boxes and boxes and bags and mountains of things to Goodwill, to friends and family. It took, I was gonna say hours, days, weeks to clear that place out. It was such a time sucker, and I know that if any of you moved right now, you'd probably encounter the same kind of thing, and hopefully maybe nobody is moving anytime soon, but maybe you are. I made a real commitment when I moved into this home. I was going to minimize what I brought in so I'd have to spend less energy on the things that don't matter. I don't want to spend hours cleaning every week. I don't want to spend hours taking care of the stuff. I want to spend time with this little guy running back and forth in between my video. I want to spend time with my family. I want to read. I want to make videos. Thank you for that kiss. Thank you. I want to do the things that matter. This matters. Vacuuming, dusting, decluttering.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter as much. You've got to do it, but that's where I want to spend the time. So girl or boy, get money in your pockets. Get that time to spend on the things that get you excited. Get your life back. Get your energy back. What did we learn today? Minimalism can be the answer. Now it's your turn. Based on the things we just talked about, which aspect would be the thing that got you the most excited about this concept of minimalism? Is it having more money? Is it having more time? Or is it having more energy? Which one of those things would you look forward to the most? I hope this video brought you tons of value. And if you want more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. But if you want to watch a couple that I've already made like this, I'll leave more in the description box. I'll actually leave my minimalism playlist down in the description if you want to just watch away. If you like this kind of content, hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time I upload, and I will see you in the next video.
Mama, you're correct with all this.
I'm correct?
Yeah.
This guy knows. See you next time. Bye. More time? I've got plenty of time. Look at me. I'm a productivity machine. I just like...